if the Sixers didn't want James Harden, in Milwaukee, then why did he show up to the airport to go to Milwaukee only to be told that you're not allowed on the plane to go to Milwaukee? That is the question. Or let's flip the script. If Harden,
look at that picture.
this great picture. This is a photograph of him showing up to the airport and being told, apparently, according to all reports by Elton Brand and security of the Sixers, you need to go to. You're not allowed on the plane.
Your boarding pass has been denied, sir.
He has the eyes of the guy in the boat in Caddyshack who got ran over by Al Chervik's buddy. He's like,
Or it's just like, wait a minute, your boarding pass says Jim Harden, and it doesn't exactly match your government identification.
Right.
That's the look right there. What? So
that's amazing.
Yeah. That's him being told he doesn't have TSA pre for this flight. What?
You're in 34B, sir.
Well, that's the look. Now that's the look. So, yeah.
I got to pay how much for my bag?
Or how about this? If Harden has essentially been MIA for his team and has basically made it known, I'm just going to show up just to be there so I'm not going to get fined, like the old Marshawn Lynch line, then why would he be so surprised when he's not allowed on the plane?
I swear I didn't put that in my bag. That's what that picture
So
was.
what happened? What happened? Because I'll tell you this. If it is the Sixers' hope that he does eventually just come around.
Oh, no, Rich.
And play for the Philadelphia 76ers because he realizes he's not getting traded and he has no choice. The last way to make that rapprochement
big word,
happen, the last tack they should approach is to basically infantilize him at the gate of a plane that the rest of his team is already boarded or is about to board or is in the process of boarding. That's one of the things. Like, are they just all like, in group one and he's like group two? You know what I mean? Like, really, like, it's like Embiid in group one and Maxi's in group one, and then Harden looks down, I'm in group none. What happened? How did it happen? Is he standing there at the FBO and they're all on the plane and they're like Embiid's looking out the window and he sees Harden like talking to security, like gesturing, like what is happening?
And does Joe look out the window and see it and just kind of put his blind down?
Just slowly put his blind down. Honestly. What? These are the things that...
Extra guac, what?
Great photo. What? Great photo choice. Our radio audience, it's arms out and he's literally being pulled by an official that the foul's on him, and he can't believe it. Because literally being told by the Sixers management, foul's on you, and he can't believe it. And the foul being, you told all of China you don't want to play here anymore, and we're trying to trade. What the hell is going on? And the fascinating thing is the NBA is going to look into this now. Why? Because everybody else in the league for the last several years kept on screwing over nationally televised broadcasts by load managing stars. And suddenly, TNT's showing a game with Slappy versus Slappy, and all the stars of the game are standing there in their street clothes, and we're all watching games like, oh, okay, what could have been had all the street clothes guys been in uniform and the Slappies actually been in street clothes. So they had to actually codify this stuff. And if there's a healthy player of a certain standard that doesn't play on a nationally televised game, which the Sixers versus the Bucks were, then the league's going to look into this. So the league's going to actually look into this. So hopefully, hey, NBA, tell me, when did it happen? How did it happen? If the Sixers didn't know Harden was showing up and then had to basically tell him, we think, you might not be in game shape to get on the plane to go here because you've been holding out. So guess what? We need to see how you look. So go to the facility and start working out a little bit more, and then we'll take a look at you. So the next time we're on a road trip, you can come with us.
That's the part I didn't get.
Or
go to the gym.
Go to the gym. Go work out. Sounds like what Susie said to me in the summer. Sometimes I'm just sitting around the house. We go work out, and so
you ain't got to go home.
So yeah, you got to go to the facility. We need to check you out. The trainers need to get a look-see at you, James. Imagine telling him that as he's trying to board a plane.
Or what? Our team is in shambles.
Or they knew he was going to come to the airport, then call his agent and say, stay home.
Right?
Or that would actually be part of whatever standoff that they're having, saying, well, we're ready to report. And the Sixers tell him that he can't report. And the Sixers are using the fig leaf of, well, we don't know what your shape is, so we need to see you work out in the facility. And this is a big old kabuki dance. Just trade him the Clippers already.
Trade him
Which is exactly what Harden's thinking. Or then what? Put him on IR. Or do something. But this is just this is nuts.
It's nuts.
Mixed nuts, which he didn't get on the plane.
Most Malone and Dr. J didn't go
warm mixed nuts.
Warm mixed nuts.
Okay.
By the way, great. Maybe I was looking for my new fantasy team name, and Harden's on my fantasy team. James Harden's warm mixed nuts is my new fantasy team name, and I think he likes it. Look at the shot right there.
Well done.
Harden's warm mixed nuts is the name of my new fantasy team, and I can't wait to explain to my 12-year-old son Cooper, who's in this league, why I'm calling him that name.
I told you that's the best thing
Words
about flying
that
first.
I guarantee any parent out there taking in this program on the Roku channel, Westwood One, this terrestrial radio affiliate, or Sirius XM or Odyssey, no dad has ever been asked by their son, Dad, why is your team's name Harden's Warm Mixed Nuts?
The best thing about flying first class, warm nuts and warm chocolate chip cookies.
Well, guess what?
Hot towel.
Guess what he didn't do?
No hot
Didn't
towel.
get warm nuts?
No.
How
hot
do you
towel.
think he's going to take this?
Not well, Rich. Not well at all.
This is over.
It's done. They got to trade
How
him.
can you come back from, they damn near Lane Kiffined him?
Who is going to take him?
Somebody has to.
Oh, somebody
because
will.
This is not gonna
Somebody
work.
will.
But it's like Charles the guys in TNT said this, and I told you this 3 weeks ago. Him having a problem with Daryl Morey is so stupid because he and Daryl Morey are on the court together. Rich, that would be like if me and Sean Mitchell at home, we had some type of beef. And I'd be like, well, I don't want to come to home because me and Sean don't get along. Well, Sean and I aren't in the same building. We can work out what we need to work out without it affecting what goes on here.
Right.
So I just don't understand that mindset. Like, you have a problem with the GM, but you're not on the court with him. You're not playing for him. You're playing for the Philadelphia 76ers.
I know. There's a principle of the matter, as you know, and the principle of the matter is in the NBA, someone of James Harden's status says, I don't want to be here anymore. He's accommodated. And the question is was he told in advance that he would be accommodated? I mean, I don't want to get too deep into the woods of what I think has already been established between these two sides. But the question is how did he show up at the airport? Why did he show up at the airport? If the Sixers knew, why don't you just tell him, don't show up at the airport? And then to basically have security stand there and go, well, you might be looking a little fat. Go work out. Honestly.
What's happening?
Seriously. Now, I know on private aircraft, they do ask, your weight.
They do ask your weight.
I mean, there's a great Curb Your Enthusiasm episode right there.
I'm sure he's not.
Yeah, maybe you had a little bit too much Toblerone here, James. Go work out.
I'm sure he's not a double seatbelt.
Jeez, what a story.
He could fit.
All
It's
right,
always something with this team, guys.
Yeah, we don't have a seatbelt extender here, James, so you need to get off the flight.
But go to the gym and wait for us there.
That happened. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.